I'm Stephanie Caron, and you're watching TC Productions Presents Underground Sound.
I'm sitting here listening to the sound of the rain and remembering how you used to tell me that you love me. Well, didn't you mean it? 'Cause I remember how you told me that things would change, but they never did, no, they never did. Why didn't you mean it? 'Cause I've been trapped in this vicious circle we created, and I don't want to keep moving forward just to start again. Well, what we had was good, but you know that the good did not outweigh the bad that kept us from growing. Ooh. 'Cause I gave and you took and you promised me, you promised life and love, but I lived in fear. Well, I lived in the fear of living with a man who can't love me the way that I need, and I need to be loved. So I broke out of fear, I decided to change, I decided to leave, yeah, and to start again. 'Cause I've been trapped in this vicious circle we've created, and I don't want to keep moving forward just to start again. 'Cause if I keep bubbling back at the start and the finish is nowhere, the finish is yeah. And I'm tired of running this race, my feet hurt and I'm thirsty for love, a thirst you can't quench. No, 'cause I've been trapped in this vicious circle we created, and I don't want to keep moving forward to start again. And I'm sitting here listening to the sound of the rain and remembering how you used to tell me that you love me, but I'll start again.
How would you describe your style of music?
Normally when people ask me what my style of music is, I tell them just girl with a guitar, pretty much. If I had to put a label on it, I guess it would be indie singer-songwriter. But most of the time when I write songs, I just write about life experiences, and it just comes out. I don't have a roadmap for what kind of genre I want it to fit in. It just kind of happens. So, but yeah, indie, I guess.
What kind of mark do you want to leave in the world with your music?
The thing I want to do with music in the world is I really just want to make people dance. That's what it boils down to. I'm starting up a few band projects, and I just love it when people go see live music and they have a good time, they have fun with it. You know, I try to sneak in some, personal wisdoms in my songs, and if people catch them, that's great. But there's just nothing beats, the thrill of being on a stage and seeing people singing and dancing to stuff you made, and that's just a mind-blowing feeling. And so that's the mark I'd like to make with my music. Yeah.
What gets you in the mood to write music?
What gets me in the mood to write music? There's never any one particular thing. I'll just hear something random, maybe something someone says at work, and it'll just spark something like, oh my God, that'd make a great song. Or, certain artists, if I listen to them, they'll inspire me to write music because I think, wow, those lyrics are awesome. I want to try to do that. It doesn't always work out as well, but yeah, just anything like looking around at nature and trees and things. I've written songs off of that. Actually, the Start Again song I did, it starts out the line, I'm sitting here listening to the sound of the rain, and that's actually what I was doing at the time. I was locked out of my apartment, standing there waiting for a locksmith to get there to open the door for me, and it was raining, and so I just kind of started putting that together in my head. So it's just, when it hits you, it hits you. And I actually have the worst problem with getting inspiration when I'm in the car. So I'm driving and I have nowhere to to go with it. I'm like, oh, grab my phone, record something quick so I don't forget it. That happens a lot. But yeah.
Out of all the songs you've created, do you have one you feel extremely passionate about?
The one song I would have to say I feel more passionate about than others is probably Start Again, because that song was one that I wrote after a really long, brutal relationship that should never have happened to begin with, and it was just a process to get out of it, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and so I sort of channeled that into that song, and that's one of the songs I'm most proud of and the ones that I feel more passionately about when I sing, and I feel like there's just more raw emotion in that song as opposed to some of the others.
Is there anyone in the industry, signed or unsigned, you admire or that you'd like to work with?
Unfortunately, yes. I would love to work with Janis Joplin, but she's no longer with us, so I don't know if that would be possible. But if I had to pick someone, because I actually cover one of her songs, and I love singing it, and her voice is so weird, but I feel like I have a lot, I listen to it. I used to hate her. I used to think that's not singing. What is that? But then I started to develop my own sort of raspy voice, and I thought, all right, I dig this. This is pretty cool. And artists like her, and Tracy Chapman, Tina Turner, awesome stuff. But unfortunately, I don't think many of them are available. But if we could figure that out, science, let's do it.
How does your style separate you from other artists?
My style separates me from other artists, I think, because I don't fall into a certain genre. Also, because I am an indie artist, and I feel like a lot of indie female artists all have the same kind of voice, and I feel like my voice is a little different. It's got, like I was talking about, that rasp. It's got rawness to it, sort of like the whiskey punk kind of thing that I think is missing in a lot of music today, and I think that's part of what separates me. Plus the hair.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
The best advice I've ever received as a musician would have to be, I'm drawing a blank. I guess the best advice I've ever received is someone just said, never stop. Just keep doing it. When you feel like things aren't going as well as what you wanted, or maybe your vision isn't coming together the way that you had planned, it doesn't really matter, because as long as you're doing what makes you happy, that's what matters. And that's what I've done, and that's actually been largely part of my success in the local music industry, and getting gigs in places like that is just I'm persistent, and I'm not going to stop, because it's what I love to do. It makes me happy. Usually, a lot of times it makes other people happy, and I love doing it, and it's brought me so much happiness and so much peace, and just, but there are times when you want to stop. You just feel like, oh, it's, I'm never at home anymore. I don't have any free time. I'm always out trying to make all these other people happy, and it can get tiring, but it's such a great reason to be tired all the time. And you just have to stop every now and then and remember that, you're doing something that you feel passionately about and you love doing, and that's what really gets you through it at the end. So.
Do you have any projects in the works or anything that you're working on right now?
Yeah, I do have some projects I'm working on. I'm in a cover band, which, is pretty self-explanatory, but I've also started another original band. We've written a couple songs. It's going to be a mix of sort of indie western rock, if that makes sense. It's sort of, it's darker cowboy rock, I guess is how you would describe it. I'm going to be I sing for that, play acoustic guitar, and also some mandolin, and it's coming together really well. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah.
And do you have any artists that are on your playlist right now that you're listening to, that you're really feeling right now?
At the moment, yeah. In my car right now, and my CD player is Gogol Bordello. I really like them. They're a gypsy punk band. They're sort of low key, but they're really awesome. They throw on a great show. I love listening to Fiona Apple. I don't know, her voice I really like, and like I said before, Janice and yeah, stuff like that. It's a weird mix. My iPod is outrageous. You look at it and you be like, what is that? Next to that, it's a pretty eclectic taste, but for the moment, those are the artists I would have to say I'm listening to.
Well, I see you talking to me, but I can't hear what you're saying. You're moving your lips, but I hear no words. Last thing that I remember is you saying that you don't know if this will work out. My ears are bleeding in silence, my brain is checked out. What do you not know? 'Cause you said you were sure. Well, if you wanna slow it down, well then baby let's slow down. I'd rather keep moving, explore what we found, yeah. You've got my heart on strings, and you're the puppet master. Oh, just keep moving and not get faster, yeah. Let's slow down. You say we've had a good run, but I'm still running. Can't accept that it's over, 'cause your love keeps on coming. Well, you keep on showing up at my door. How's that for an ending? Well, you say that you want more. Oh, stop pretending, yeah. Please stop pretending. Now I just don't know, and I thought I was sure. Well, if you wanna slow it down, well then baby let's slow down. I'd rather keep moving, explore what we found, yeah. You've got my heart on strings, and you're the puppet master. Oh, just keep moving and not get faster, yeah. Let's slow down. You've got my head spinning, asking me for an ending. But then there you are, same as before. Same as before. Well, if you wanna slow it down, well then baby let's slow down. I'd rather keep moving, explore what we found, yeah. You've got my heart on strings, and you're the puppet master. Oh, just keep moving and not get faster, yeah. Let's slow down. Let's slow down now. 'Cause I never